are you? Good, I'm good. I'm good. I got a great tour of your office place
It killed me not to be able to be there. The picture of you and the hutch and the Tim were terrific.
I mean, they had like
you looked really good there in the Chief Justice chair.
I think maybe that's my future. I know nothing about West Virginia law.
Did they take you into the law-free Jenkins and see a couch?
I did not get to see your couch.
Well, I'm trying to get rid of that couch. So if your office would like,
I'm good. I'm good with the couch.
I've told you the quick funny story. So. But we look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Hey! I did not. Oh, that's been addressed. That was what I was talking about. I talked to her. As well. You did nothing. You're exactly appreciate you. Okay. So I just want to make sure. So please come on for a minute. I'll read the names. They'll process across. I'm going to have you hand out. So for non-rule tensions, we have these WBU clinic participation certificates. I'm going to have you hand those. Justice Jenkins will hand out the official rule certificates. And then they will go to that corner for, and then kind of cycle through that way. And then there'll be opportunities to take pictures of you and him, accept it as well, and available. Okay? All right. And so, please.
A little bit. But it's fine.
It's like the.
It's like
It actually is. It is.
Just tell me what I need to do.
You need to do exactly what you're doing, which is being fabulous. And then we have blank certificates in case they double and triple check that, but just in case there's a blank, so everybody has their certificate.
And this goes. So we're gonna do that first. That goes first.
I'm gonna speak. You're gonna speak. If Judge Alley makes it, he'll speak. Justice Jenkins will speak, and then we'll present the certificates. And then I'll just be like, okay, bye. Yeah. We're going to begin our program in just one moment. Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me all right? Fantastic. Thank you. All right. Welcome to our inaugural clinic certificate ceremony. We're very excited to introduce this brand new event to kick off our academic year with our third year clinical students. My name is Nicole McConlogue. I am the clinic director, and I'm just going to have a few words for you to kind of open things up. Making the world a better place through the delivery of legal services is an enormous privilege. This privilege has not been granted to our students lightly, nor is it absolute, nor is it unconditional. Tribunals around the nation, including the West Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals, have recognized a critical need to increase statewide access to justice for people who could otherwise not afford to pay for lawyers. To serve this purpose, the Supreme Court of Appeals adopted Rule 10 of the Rules for Admission to the Practice of Law. Other courts and jurisdictions have also implemented various sorts of student practice rules in order to further the public interest. These rules allow eligible law students to work alongside licensed attorneys in the service of low-income clients and important public needs which would otherwise go unaddressed. This supervision has many purposes and benefits. It protects the public from malpractice. It protects students from malpractice. It provides models and mentors for aspiring lawyers as they build the skills, knowledge, and habits that will form the foundations of their careers. I am so grateful to all of the attorneys of the faculty, staff, and bar who give of their time and talents in this meaningful way. To our friends, families, and guests who are here in person or watching online, you have seen your loved ones this far. You are almost there. Thank you for the love and support that you have shared and will share. To our students, from what I have already seen of you, you are of high character, you have learned much, and you are motivated to lean into this transformative experience and step into the servant leader roles that the West Virginia University Clinical Law Program has created for you. I am honored and frankly thrilled to work with you this year, see you develop, and learn from your process of learning. We believe in you, and we are here for you. It's going to be an amazing year. With that, I'd like to turn it over to our new dean, Amelia Smith Reinhardt, who has some remarks as well. Thank you so much, Dean Reinhardt.
I actually don't have much more to say other than thank you for your service. Thank you for joining us here at the law school. And thank you for being part of our values to excel, lead, and serve. I think it's really important for us to serve our mission to produce excellent 21st century lawyers, that all of you get the opportunity to have the types of experiential and practical programs and programming and experiences that you'll get in the clinic. We have 9 clinics and we have a robust externship program. All of that works to get you the type of training that you'll need to become the amazing lawyers that you'll be. And I'm really excited that Professor McConlogue has put together this program so we can honor your abilities to do that and your generosity and kindness of spirit to your clients, to the institution, and to the state of West Virginia. Thank you so much.
I'd like to introduce and present the Chief Justice of the West Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals, who has been so kind to drive up from Charleston to join us today. He is very committed to welcoming y'all into these roles that you're stepping into in clinic. And so Justice Jenkins has some remarks that he'd like to share. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. will take however much time you want to have. I see some of our awesome Supreme Court externs this summer. It's good to see you. Glad you will make it back. As Nicole said, my name is Adam Jenkins. I am so honored to have the opportunity to serve as the Chief Justice of the West Virginia Supreme Court for this calendar year. We have a unique system in West Virginia, and I know how unique it is because I just attended the Chief Justices Association yesterday. It's an association for just Chief Justices over in Williamsburg a couple of weeks ago. I walked in bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, everybody else, a little grayer, a little older. They were all on a first-name basis. I was the new guy on the block. And at the end of the conference, I said, I'll see you maybe in 5 years when my cycle comes up. We will get somebody new next year. As you look across the country, a lot of states on their Supreme Courts, the Chief Justice kind of gets designated or selected, just like the U.S. Supreme Court, stays in that position. So West Virginia kind of comes and goes in terms of our influence and networking with the Chief Justices in general. But we have 5 justices, as you all know, in West Virginia. A lot of us are new. I've been on the court since 2018. We all know about the troubles 2017 and before. So we often talk about the new court. And we are all committed to not only getting the court, fixing the problems of the past, but here's kind of the core thesis: restoring the public's trust and confidence in our judiciary. And I will tell you that this year, as you all embark on your 3L year academically and participate in the clinic program, you have an important role as well in upholding and bringing confidence to the public and the people you serve about the importance of the judicial system. And we all can go back to our government class, civics class, and our 3 branches of government. But as you know, it's the judiciary. We do not have the purse. We do not have the sword. All we have is judgment. And we are all in this together. It is a profession that you all have chosen to pursue. And you are this close to finishing up. And I really look forward to probably a little more than a year from now, administering the real oath to the practice of law in West Virginia. Now, a couple of things. There are some of you in here who are not from West Virginia. And I hope over these past 2 years, you've gotten a little sense, whether it be at a football game or getting a cup of coffee here in the student hangout area, about the culture, about Appalachia, about how West Virginians care for one another. We look out for each other. We're tough. Just think about those folks who went to the western part of then Virginia, the rugged individualism. Well, that still is in our blood in so many respects here in West Virginia. Those of you from out of state, thank you. Those of you who were born and reared in West Virginia, God bless you. I hope that you all consider, after your 3L year, practicing law in this great state. Now, I come from a couple of generations of lawyers. My father has passed. He practiced law in Huntington all his life. He loved the law. He came to Morgantown and taught law. He enjoyed engaging with the law students. It was just as much fun, if not more, in his day-to-day practice. He was a really good lawyer. He cared about the work of a lawyer. And it's something that I know each and every one of you all aspire to do. I was just thinking about the Olympics and how all the training, and whether it be standing there on the platform at a swimming event or out on the track, there's that moment right before the gun goes off. When they say, on your marks, get set, and there's that pause. I always wondering if somebody jumped the gun. But then the gun goes off. I think right now at this moment, we are in that pause before the gun goes off. And this is the race, your 3L year. Some of you come off of a summer internships and clerkship programs that already have a job for after next year. Congratulations. But this is it. This is the time. This is the moment this year. Not only academically, but also taking this opportunity, as Nicole says, that the West Virginia Supreme Court has adopted Rule 10 for the admission to the practice of law to give you the opportunity, before you take the oath to be admitted, to actually roll up your sleeves and help people. The Law Clinic program has a rich history. It is a very proud history. And each of you are now going to be a part of that history. And each of you have the opportunity to build on that, so the 2 L's this year and the 1 L's in 2 years, they too will have this opportunity. Don't worry about making mistakes. You know, under the rules, you're partnered with a supervising attorney. Don't be afraid to kind of test your thought process. The things that over 2 years you have been trained in the way you approach issues. This is an exciting year. The gun's about to go off. You're here in August. Usually you're not having to be dressed up. And I applaud Nicole for this kind of first opportunity to bring some attention in a ceremonial fashion. Now let me wrap up with a couple of comments about your new dean. I met her a number of months ago, and I've seen her a few times since. She came to Charleston and met with other justices just a week or 2 ago. She is a dynamic leader. When it was announced, I went immediately, like everybody else, and Googled her and said, I got to check this lady out, see what her stock is in terms of where she's from, what she studied, what she's going to bring to us. I was impressed beyond words from the moment I read her accomplishments in life. I know she's going to fit in well here in West Virginia. I know she's certainly got the academic, professional, and the scholar credentials to bring a vision to the law school here at Innocence. We've only got one law school in West Virginia. We've got all our eggs in one basket. And it's important that this basket succeeds. I feel very confident. And normally I don't speak on behalf of the full court. As you know, we all are individuals. The court has its confidence in your new dean. So, I would be honored to administer a kind of ceremonial certification relating to the Rule 10 practice. I'm going to lean on Nicole how she would like to organize this. But simply said, you're at the starting block. It's the 3rd year. You've done a lot of work to get to this. The end of that 100 yards or 200 meters can be seen. But you've got all that you need to be successful. You've got a great education, 1 more year to go, and you're going to supplement that with some true hands-on, first-hand experience that will be second to none. Now, part of the certification that I'm going to be administering is a civility provision, civility act. We all know, looking around this country, how torn our country is in many respects, and how institutions are being torn down. The judiciary is not immune. We talked about a few minutes ago, sometimes there's some self-inflicted pain. Making up for that. But we also know that it is taking us in these environments where there's conflict, that you can be a zealous advocate for your client, but you can do so in a civil, respectable manner. And we at the Supreme Court have the honor of adopting, after all these years in West Virginia's history of admitting people to the practice of law in West Virginia, an updated oath that includes civility language that beginning at the next admission ceremony, every lawyer, until it's changed, and I hope it doesn't get changed, will take this oath. So, we've incorporated it in today's proceedings. It will be something that you will take officially as part of the oath. But I wanted to share with you a little bit of this important shift that West Virginia now is one of only about 22 or 23 states in the entire country that has added language to the oath to be admitted to the practice of law, language relating to civility. So, have a great year. Be civil. We wish you great success. And to our awesome interns this past summer at the Supreme Court, thank you so much. This is an awesome class. Dean, thank you for your leadership. Nicole, great job. Let's get on with it. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Justice Jenkins. So I'm going to walk everybody through, because once people start getting up and moving, it can get a little hairy. We all know this. So I'm going to walk you through just what it's going to look like to make it kind of go quick and easily. I'm going to call you up by clinic. I'm going to ask the clinic students to gather on one side. I will read the names. Dean Reinhardt and Justice Jenkins will hand the certificates. As your name is called, you can process across, get your certificate, and then I'm going to ask you to go toward the back where there is a photo set up and wait until your whole clinic is present. Take a picture with your faculty member, and then you can come back to your seats, okay? And then while the first clinic is taking their picture, I will ask the next clinic to come and line up on this side, all right? And so we should be able to cycle through and not have anybody bump into each other and all have a good time and get to the reception so we can get some refreshments. All right. I'm going to ask Dean Reinhardt to come and, so not all of our students get Rule 10. We use kind of many of the same principles throughout clinical teaching, but some of our students do not practice in the state courts. So for the students who are in the immigration clinic and the Supreme Court clinic, I'm going to have Dean Reinhardt offer a special certification for you that does not reference Rule 10. And then I'll have Justice Jenkins give the Rule 10 certification to all the rest. So I think we've got our order of events. So Dean Reinhardt, if you would like to, I'm gonna ask the immigration clinic and the Supreme Court clinic to stand, and we'll just do an oath in unison, or the certification in unison.
All right, I guess repeat after me. I don't have a fancy robe. I feel a little underdressed. I have a graduation robe. I just wear it around all the time just to outdo you, Mr. Jenkins. Okay, repeat after me, please. I do affirm that I have read and am familiar with the rules of professional conduct adopted by the jurisdiction in which my clinic operates. The jurisdiction in which my clinic operates will be governed, and that I will be governed in my conduct as a law student in the West Virginia University College of Law's clinical program by these rules. Clinical program by these rules. Next year, bouncing dot. I will conduct myself with integrity, dignity, and civility. And show respect to faculty, students, judges, court staff, fellow professionals, and all other persons. And show respect to faculty, students, judges, court staff, fellow professionals, and all other persons. And that I will use these privileges in my preparation to assume full responsibility later as a member of the bar. Thank you. And now for a professional.
All right. How about little bites? All of Rule 10 participants, please rise. Why is the Supreme Court not in the Rule 10? We've got to talk about that. I do certify that I have read. And am familiar with the rules of professional conduct. And Rule 10 of the rules for the admission to the practice of law. And that I will be governed. In my conduct as a law student. In the West Virginia University College of Laws. Clinical programs by these rules. Here's the civility part. As you heard before. I will conduct myself with integrity. Dignity and civility. And show respect to faculty. Students. Judges. Court staff. Fellow professionals. And all other persons. And that I will use these privileges. In my preparation. To assume full responsibility. Later as a member of the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
All right, and so now we will begin the moving and the shaking, as it were. All right, so I will ask the Child Family Clinic to come up and join us at that end. All right, you can just stand together as a group for just a moment. All right, everybody's together. All right. All right, Isaiah Belcher. Hunter Butkovic. Megan Clark. Kate Colclaw. Taylor Glass. Kimberly Koslowski. Alexis Medley. Sophia Runyon. Emily Stern. Alexis Turner. And Zoe Villasuso. Next, I'll ask the Entrepreneurship and Innovation Law Clinic to come up and join us. Julia Mandat. Holly Nye. Jared Phelan. And Kevin Stryker. No, what did I do? And Daniel Wrights. And most of all, Daniel Wrights. It's nice, even in a solemn occasion, we can express joy and humor and laugh at ourselves. And laugh at me. It's all right. Apologies. And it was on the paper. I didn't read it. I'm sorry. I will ask the immigration clinic to come and join us. And I'll call up first Brooke Ann Alexander, Victoria Bruno, Daniel Granfield, Alia Hassan, Lauren Nolden, Matthew Regan, Samantha Shaw, and Natalia Watkins. Next, I'll ask the Litigation and Advocacy Clinic to come and join us. Samuel Burkhart, Joshua Camp, Parker Holstein, Dayton Meadows, Lindsay Smith, Austin Stewart, Augustus Thompson, and Emily Withrow. Next, I'll ask the Taxpayer Advocacy Clinic to come and join us. Joseph Bortolucci, John Crockett, Michael Heidenreich, and Michael Quinlan. Next, I'll ask the United States Supreme Court Clinic to join us. And they don't get Rule 10 because it's the United States Supreme Court Clinic. But we should figure something out. Michael English, Dylan George, Sean Hogben, Thomas Herney IV, Daniel O'Hare, Chris Robinson, Ian Shoulders, Ashley Stevens, Mary Williams, and Adam Wilson. Next, I'll ask the Veterans Advocacy Clinic to join us. Anthony Caldera, Brandon Chin, Abigail Harmon, Jeremy Maines, Zachary Ramey, and Justin Wilson. Next, I'll ask the West Virginia Innocence Project to join us. Caitlin Akers, ooh, we're not sure about her. Oh, is she in? She's in. Ginny Blake, Ashley Brash, Kate Geigel, Eric Lasky, Emma Pearman, Hannah Tate, and Jamie Zapata. She's my research assistant, so I thought about skipping her name so that Daniel wouldn't feel like he was singled out or anything, but I figured, let it go. And I'll just let them get back to their seats after that picture. While they're doing that, I want to remind everyone that we're going to be having a reception in the lobby. During that time, there will also be the opportunities to take tours of our clinic space. It's a cutting-edge workspace and truly set up as a real law firm within the law school. Angie and Kayla on the stairs will be able to offer tours, so please see one of them if you're interested. Thanks so much. I thought that was very orderly. Any final thoughts?
Thank you all for your service, truly. It's hard for us to run a law school without law students who are working so hard and their families who support them. Thank you. And thank you to Professor McCumlow, Chief Justice for how much longer?
A few months.
Okay. Chief Justice Jenkins. Please join us at the reception. I'll be wandering around if you want to kind of chat. I'm trying to get to know everyone, so.
And just to close it out, I really want to thank everyone who made this ceremony a success. This was our first ever certificate ceremony, and I think it went very smoothly. And I really appreciate everyone's work that put so much into this. Just to name the real standouts: Kayla Ongst, Chelsea Baker, Lisa Brignoli, Tara Davis, Angie Hott, James Jolly, Kenneth Price. Thank you so much for what you did to make this happen. Supervisors, faculty, staff, thank you so much for what you do every day, for me, for our students, for the state of West Virginia. If I've forgotten anyone, it is because truly your contributions loom so large as to go without saying, truly. Let's call it that. Thank you to the Dean for your leadership. Thank you, Chief Justice Jenkins, for inspiring us and for your moving address. I will never forget the term, "the moment before the gun goes off." That really meant a lot to me. And most of all, thank you to our students who are in the room for everything, all the good that you're going to do for the people of West Virginia. And friends and family, thank you for all the love that you've shown them. This concludes our program. Please feel free to join us upstairs. Thank you.